Ready for another rant? Are you ready for another rant? I'll wait for people to log on. I'm reading. I'm just catching up on this 15-year-old or 16-year-old Syrian refugee boy in Huddersfield. And every single newspaper article is talking more about me. The pictures in the article, I think they've blurred out the face of the boy who has grabbed him by his neck. And they put a big picture of me. What's going on? How can the media do that? How can that media be throwing my name in all the headlines? If you look at the headlines of this Syrian refugee boy that's been attacked, if you go on the headline, it's more about Tommy Robinson. It's more about me. Yeah, I'm back again, Luke, because I'm wound up. Thoughts on refugee kid getting bullied. My thoughts on refugee kid, which again, my thoughts are, we've seen a snippet of what's gone on. When I saw it, I felt disgusted at what I saw. I thought it was cowardly and it wasn't a good look at all. Completely wrong. Then I've been messaged by lots of children at the school who tell me, again, I've asked for contact with the girl, that the Syrian boy had hit a girl. The girl has had to be homeschooled because of problems with this Syrian child and a girl. And then the altercation happened with this boy, which, looking by when you see him in the video, you wouldn't think they're the same age, but they are. So what you've got is a schoolboy grabbing another schoolboy by the throat in a field and pouring a bottle of water over him. Now, unfortunately, this shit happens every day at schools from one end of the country to the other. Unfortunately, it happens every day. That sort of stuff. It's not good, but it's got nothing to do with me. So how my name's in the headline of it, I don't know. What I also know is all the people are talking about bullying. Yeah, it's disgusting, yeah? I know from people I spoke to last night that young boy in the video, the young white English kid, has had to be relocated to a different city. I know that his mother's house is under constant threat. I know that all of these things, as I'm seeing, it's not good anyway. None of it's good. So I'm just giving my opinion, seeing as I've been stuck in the headlines with it. Looking at any little boy, which is what he looks like, getting grabbed by the throat and thrown on the floor is completely wrong. Yeah? When you hear and read, all of the newspapers apparently, and I know this because I've been sent all the screenshots, all of the newspapers apparently, why is that cut? All the newspapers apparently have been told of the full story of what happened with this boy. As in, there was an altercation in class, the Syrian boy threatened to stab the English kid if he goes out on the field. The boy's then gone up to him in the field and said, "What, here I am." And he's grabbed him by the throat and put him on the floor. And again, unfortunately, that would happen in every school across this country, every week. Obviously, it's hard to project a massive story like they have because he's a Syrian refugee. My point and my understanding is, yesterday I sat with a young girl who was groomed, prostituted and raped from the age of 11. And the police have not been there. This was in the city of Telford. Police have not been there. I heard the horrific crimes they've done to her. Today I spoke to another father. So forgive me for not absolutely falling over like the rest of the world to cry in sympathy because someone got grabbed by the throat. I think it's bad after watching the video. But there's massive telling issues of girls who have been beaten, pimped, prostituted and battered and tortured every single day in this country. And they don't get anywhere near the focus that this one case has got in the last 24 hours. So leftists and celebrities and all them, they love a sob story. And it was wrong looking at the video. But as I said, there's always probably more to it. And from what I understand, there's been several reports in that school of problems that the young boy Jamal has caused. I've got all the screenshots. I've been sent so much over the last day from people in the school saying, this is not how it happened. What the media is saying is not how it went down. There's a girl that boy hit with a hockey stick or something. A girl that was being bullied by him. That's why she's having to be homeschooled. All of these things. So, and you're right, shit happens like that every day at schools. In fact, Do you know when you was at school, when I was at school, the school I went to, people didn't get grabbed by the throat and left on the floor like that. They got their heads punched in. They got battered. So when I watched it, I know some people don't see violence and that. I watched it and thought, it doesn't look good at all, but the kid got a bit of water poured on his head. It's bad. It's bad. Do you know again why I say, when I'm looking at the media furor on this, 3 12-year-old boys, this big, approached my 9-year-old son in the last week and threatened to stab him because he's my son. So forgive me for not fucking crying my eyes out like the rest of the fucking UK when I know that other problems are going on to families across the country. Far more worse and far more serious. So stop putting my name in headlines. They'll probably run news stories about what I said here, but stop putting my name and my picture in headlines to do with an attack that's got absolutely nothing to do with me in a city that I've not been to.